Time back in, 11 plays 8. First game, 2 games to 21, tiebreaker to 11. Nadi Alvarado serving.
Great control there from Dave.
Yes, you're right. Replay.
Boy, that's tough.
He's appealing Nadi's get. I thought he got it. It's a replay.
It's a very tough ball for Dave to get to. Dave saw that ball hit that right corner. The screen occurred after the ball hit the right corner. David already made his move to that ball. I just don't understand that hinder call there.
And then Dave Chapman appealing Nadi's get up there in that right corner. I think he was appealing that the ball wasn't a double bounce before Nadi got it, or was it a skip that he was appealing? Either way, I agreed with Danny Bell.
Hard for us to tell, but certainly it looks like Nadi picked that ball up.
8 serves 11.
8 serves 11. Nadi has outscored Dave Chapman 11-1. Oh, look at that get from Dave Chapman. Nadi right there, misses it.
Nadi with a simple V pass there that would have won him the point. Need to hit that ball about 3 feet deeper down the side wall. He had an easy side out there.
Either hit it too high or hit it too hard.
Just didn't hit it deep enough.
9 serves 11.
You know, there's that
shot from
tremendous
Nadi.
shot there. There's that magnetic force, Dave, that when your opponent's on the ground, you just can't help but hit it right back to him.
That's true. We've seen Nadi take that left hand, go over the top a couple times here. Right in front of Dave Chapman, the ball hopping away. It's a remarkable shot. I thought he mishit the first one that he hit. That one right there was not a mishit.
Nadi Jr. wasting a lot of energy with all of these short serves. He served about 65% of his first serve short. Actually, Joe Cox just handed me a note that says actually 62% of those first serves have been short, so I was close.
Yeah, Joe Cox is a real estate appraiser, and he knows his numbers. Normally we get the text updates from Bill Michelis, but he's not here. He's a mathematician, math major, LFC, but he's not here, so.
12 serves 9.
12 serves 9.
It's a nice return for Dave Chapman. Very frustrating. Dave Chapman hits one of his best service returns of the first game, and Nadi Jr. buries it from 39 feet.
Serves 9.
13 serves 9, first game, going to 21. Nadi going back to that hard 3-wall Z serve here.
That's a nice serve there. Nadi Jr. going back to that Z serve after Dave Chapman just cut off his last Z serve and rolled it out. Nadi Jr. stays with it, made an adjustment actually with that last Z serve.
When Nadi is up in a match, pretty deep up, he'll do that 3-wall Z a couple times and then sneak one in behind him. He steps out and hits that ball down the left wall with that massive reverse that he has to have it hug. He hasn't done it yet here.
That's a risky serve on a second serve. Certainly he would be rewarded for it. That's a simple shot there from Dave Chapman. Faked that he was going for the kill. Just came up on it enough and passed that ball down the left. That's Dave's favorite shot with his right hand from the front court.
10-13. That's going to be a setup.
Unlucky there for Dave. That ball catching the back wall and sort of getting right into his body, obstructing his swing. Nadi Jr. able to paddle that ball back down the right side wall for the side out.
13 serves 10.
13 serves 10. Nadi Alvarado on a 13-3 run right now.
Tremendous hands.
Wow, look at this ball. Nadi just lets that thing drop.
Nadi looks up here. He knows what a great shot that was. We all know, Dave, how difficult that shot is when it hits the front wall ceiling and then the back wall. There's so much spin on that ball. It hits your hand and goes right into the ground. Nadi making that adjustment and rolling that ball out.
I'm surprised why he pointed at you at that.
Nadi knows that I've never made that shot. He knows I've hit that ball on the ground.
I understand the irony
now.
now. I understand the irony. Before I didn't get it, now I do. We're going to see a timeout from Dave Chapman here in a minute if Nadi scores another one.
Dave Chapman's already used 2 of his timeouts. Does he want to use his 3rd timeout at
14?
15, search 10.
Make that 15 to 10.
Very impressive fly kill there from Nadi Alvarado Jr. Not known so much for his fly kills, Nadi Jr.
Wow, that's a dig right there from Dave. Look at that. That ball just looked like it hit the back wall and just died.
Unlucky there for Nadi Jr. He was fortunate to catch that crack. Dave Chapman dug it out and luckily for him, ran that ball down that left side wall. And as it often does, that ball merges with the left side wall as you're trying to swing. Very frustrating. Here's a setup for Nadi. Let's see if he can get his feet in position. He does. Beautiful wide angle right corner kill from Nadi Alvarado Jr. He anticipated Dave Chapman up in that front right corner, using that wide angle kill to shoot that ball away from Dave Chapman.
Nadi Alvarado's left calf slightly strained. You're going to call a timeout, I believe.
I'm going to ask you a question here, Dave Vincent, about the rules. I'm sure you're not going to be able to answer it, but Nadi Jr. took about 3 minutes of his allotted 15 minutes for that calf injury. Can he later in this match take more time for the same injury?
I'm going to say yes.
So you're just guessing then?
No, I'm telling you that's what the rule is. He has 12 minutes if that's what it is. Danny should announce the time.
Resuming play. Nadi Alvarado serving 15, plays 10.
If that was 3 minutes, then Nadi still has 12 remaining.
Not one of Nadi's best serves down the left there. Unable to put enough reverse on that ball. Dave Chapman takes control of the rally there. Fisted that serve to the ceiling. An easy shot for Dave Chapman, and dump kills that ball.
10, search 15.
10 to 15. Ooh, that was a swing and miss. I actually heard him hit that ball.
Nadi a little frustrated with himself. You see Dave Chapman just slightly changes the angle of that 3-wall serve, just enough to throw Nadi off, anticipating Nadi trying to take that ball out of the air. That's looks like a very effective serve for Dave Chapman. Nadi Jr. looked a little bit confused trying to return that serve. Mishit that 3-wall return on the bottom of his hand.
You see Dave trying to change his style a little bit, going into a serve and shoot mentality here.
Well, Dave Chapman's one of the most offensive players in the game. He will take his opportunities when he gets them.
Maybe the opportunity has just been more prevalent here in the last
Well, we've
couple
seen
rallies.
Dave Chapman change his serve. He's earned 3 consecutive setups with that serve and capitalized on all 3 of them.
See if he does it again. Going for it again. That wasn't necessarily a setup. He actually went for that one.
Dave Chapman backed up and it appeared as if he would take that ball back to the ceiling.
He knows that Nadi's leg is hurt, so he's going to keep that ball in the front court.
Not sure he's changing his game plan at all here. There's a good return there from Nadi. Big miss there from Dave Chapman. Beautiful drive down the right wall from Nadi Alvarado Jr. High margin for error. Used his body to shield Dave Chapman and pounded that ball down the right wall.
15, search 14.
15 serves 14.
Nadi Jr. building that 15 to 10 lead with some incredible handball, some long rallies, and he sees it nearly eliminated.
Wow, that's going to be tough. Called a replay on that because the ball hit Nadi on the way up, but I'm not sure that would have made it.
I thought Nadi Jr. jumped right in front of Dave Chapman.
Now the ball cracked out on that right side. I don't think Nadi knew that ball was going to crack.
We have Lisa Frazier-Gilmore watching the action. She'll be in the women's final here. She's enjoying one of the great shakes they have here at the club. Be nice to have one of those, don't you think, Dave Vincent?
Yeah, I'd love to have one of those protein drinks they have here. Hoping that Lisa opens up her wallet, goes and buys us one, but highly doubt she's going to go up and down the stairs again. It's 44-year-old legs. And I doubt that's the reason why she wouldn't buy one. Anyways.
It's an interesting stretch there from Nadi Jr. I'm not sure what that was.
That's more of an ankle-looking stretch. 14 to 15,
I wouldn't
first
be
game.
surprised if it is his ankle. Those are not good enough court shoes that Nadi Jr. is wearing, not supportive enough for your feet.
Dave Chapman missing that left hand in that corner up there. Maybe Dave needs to go to one of his own clinics.
15 plays 14.
15 to 14.
Great return there from Dave Chapman.
Wow. Dave actually putting a little sauce on that one.
Nadi knows that shot is coming and there's nothing he can do about it.
Search 15.
14 to 15 here in the first.
That's one of those misses that'll keep you up at night should he go on to lose this first game. It's the easiest shot he's had in this game.
If Nadi loses this first one, I wouldn't be so confident he'd come out for game number 2.
More speculation from our guru.
Dave getting so close to that back wall on a long serve. Look at that shot from Nadi. That was a nice shot from Nadi Alvarado. Let that ball drop. Talk about the back wall game of Dave Chapman. Nadi at this tournament has had tremendous guts out there.
He's very confident off that back wall, and he should be. He's got one of the great back wall kills of all time. There's a beautiful return from Dave Chapman. That's a very tough shot. Nadi's upset with himself, but that's one of the toughest shots to take in handball. That ball coming down at a sharp angle with his left hand from 35 feet. You know you have to hit it about a half an inch high.
Dave doing the same thing back that Nadi just did. That's a replay Dave's comfortable with.
That's what we call a box out right there. It looks like he's keeping his man off the glass.
Here it is, 15 to 15. See, Nadi's return here is interesting. Like you said, he just kind of pokes it.
It's effective because it puts the ball at shoulder height for Dave Chapman. Doesn't give him a real opportunity to take advantage.
Nadi is not moving forward too well here, but I guess it wouldn't matter with shots like that.
Absolutely
But
not.
every time he runs up there, you see him wincing in pain. This is the first lead that Dave has had quite some time since he was up 7-0. That was a miss hit from Dave. Slightly got under it.
It's a great rally here.
Nadi going to go for the kill shot in that corner, and he gets it. That's what separates the men from the boys right there. Nadi actually lets that ball drop, and he's all the way on the back wall, goes for that kill shot in the corner.
We've seen Nadi using the corners a lot more than I've seen him use in the past. It's been effective for him.
15 to 16. Nadi Alvarado is 35 years young. Dave Chapman, 33. Dave Chapman will be 34 in June.
Nadi
know.
looking for a screen there.
Yeah, that's kind of Nadi's fault for running in behind Dave over there and pinning himself into that screen position. Then he looks at Danny saying, why aren't you going to call a screen? And Dan is going to hold his ground here and say, you put yourself in that position.
Not sure I agree with you there, Dave, that he was obstructed from seeing that ball. That ball was hit about 3 feet high into that left corner. Came across Dave Chapman's body. Nadi lost sight of it, maybe only for a split second, but just enough to where he was unable to make that adjustment on that ball. It's one of those calls that's a real tough call for a referee to make. It looks like the players misplayed it completely, but a lot of that has to do with being screened for that split second.
Oh, look at that shot from Nadi right there. That was a beautiful shot in the right corner.
We've seen Nadi try that shot 6 or 7 times
Never
throughout
made
this
it.
event. That's the first time he's made it. It's a good time to make it here.
He's normally been hitting that about 3 feet high. That time, or either too hard, but that time he hit it right where he wanted to.
Really got the right touch on that one.
Watch this control from Dave. Drops that ball. Stayed up a little fat. That ball looked like it went between Nadi's legs.
Nadi tried to take away the left side of the court there from Dave Chapman. Dave Chapman used it anyway. Threaded the needle.
16, search 15.
I thought that was a point. Dave served that. Shouldn't it be 17 to 15?
No, Nadi served that last one. Dave Chapman
You're right.
fisted that ball to the ceiling
You're
from
right.
the left side.
It was a side out. Look at that shot from Nadi. Put on a great display off the back wall today. Normally it's Dave Chapman who is putting on the clinic off the back wall.
That's a shot that'll make his dad one of the or the greatest player of all time. Very proud. We want to say hello to the Alvarado clan family in Hesperia, California.
Here we are back after that timeout. That's a short ball, I agree. So does Nadi.
Nadi's serve's been very ineffective here. Since that 11-0 run, he's not been able to generate.
Wow, look at that ball hop.
Nadi really misplaying that ball there.
He knows what that ball's going to do. That's why he's frustrated right now.
16, 15.
And Dave's sticking to pretty much either the lob serve or that hard serve right there. Nadi takes the ball out of the air and kills it in the right corner. That was a beautiful shot.
That's a very low percentage shot. There's a lot of things that can go wrong there, including putting that ball on the floor or even that ball hanging up on the front wall, side wall. That time, Nadi Jr. drills it straight down the right wall. Great shot.
Nadi cannot find that crack on that left wall or the right wall. He's trying to get it, but all of his balls are short right now.
Nadi actually does not go for that crack on the left side wall. Tries to reverse that ball straight down.
That's not what Marcos Chavez says. Dave's going to call for towel here. Listen for the score here.
16, search 16.
Should get a clap from the crowd, but we didn't get one. 16-16 altogether. That ball just over. Beautiful serve from Nadi, and look out, the great pickup from Dave.
That's unfortunate there for Nadi. That ball coming right up against the side wall.
That's a setup right there.
Here's a big setup here.
Another
He'll take
setup.
care of this.
Oh, no, no. Look at that ball stay over to that wall. What are you thinking? Tell me what you're thinking here. What are you thinking is, what do you think's down?
I thought Dave Chapman picked that ball up on 2 bounces.
That's long. Danny called it long, short, but it's actually considered a long ball.
That's interesting. I've heard other people call that short as well. I don't know if it's...
Maybe it's a Canadian thing. That's going to be a setup. Nadi's going to go for the kill shot, and he gets it. Now left corner. You can just kind of read Nadi. Anything that's going to hang up just a little bit, he's going for it. He's putting on a great display this weekend. The last time we saw Nadi play, he put on a incredible display too at that Jake Plummer Halloween Handball Bash in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho in November. Actually, it was technically in October, but the finals were November 1st.
It was a blistering serve that day that won Noddy Jr. that final match against Alan Garner. Today, doesn't have that same pop on his serve.
But he's got that killer instinct today that he didn't have during the finals. Look at that shot going over the top of the ball. It ate him up just a little bit.
Great adjustment there from Noddy Jr. That ball reversed, came into his body. Noddy changed his swing just enough. Made a beautiful shot there.
See Noddy playing with the crowd just a little bit here. Staying really loose here. It's sort of like when Cal Ripken was playing his final year of baseball and he would have fun out there for the first time. It's nice to see Noddy playing so loose and jovial. Look at that return from Dave Chapman.
This is actually Noddy Jr.'s 6th final year.
That's the first one we've seen him miss.
That was so close. Looked good all the way.
16, serve 16.
You're right, this is sort of like Cher's farewell tour for the 13th straight year. Boy, that is a nice punch fist dive from Dave Chapman. And then Noddy takes the next one over the top and kills it down that right side. Look at Dave Chapman looking for the towel.
I was impressed by the shot, sorry. Serve 16.
They've been tied at 16 for quite some time here. Some incredible play by both players.
This game has reached its 1 hour and 23-minute mark. Still just 16 all.
Oh, that's an interesting shot from Chapman. Good return from Noddy. Good call from Danny. All together here at 16. The crowd's really enjoying this action. Quite close. Dave Chapman not as sharp with his ceiling balls today like he was against Luis Moreno. Noddy not as sharp with his serves like he was against Sean Lenny. But Dave more athletic today, it seems. A little bit more lively out in the court, bouncing around. And Noddy just gutsy today.
Dave Chapman's not been as precise on his back wall shots.
And he even said that yesterday. Actually, this morning he told me that his back wall game is about 30%, he feels.
It's dipping just a little bit lower than that today.
17, serve 16.
17 to 16, first lead in quite some time from either player. Look at that ball reverse away. Wow, overhand fish shot from Noddy.
Surprised Dave didn't dump that ball back down the left.
Two bounce there, no? Again? I guess I'm just not seeing it right, but it just, Noddy would say something if he felt it was two bounces.
It's a disappointing point to lose there for Noddy Alvarado Jr. Had a bunny, as we called him. Right up there in the front court with his left hand. Dave Chapman 4 or 5 feet behind him to his right.
Is Dave going to call for a towel really late here?
16, serve 17.
Danny takes control there and makes sure that these players don't extend beyond the allotted 10 seconds between points.
He waited to the exact second that Noddy planted his feet before he called that score. That could be fatigue right there. Just not having your feet exactly perfect.
That's a nice shot there from Noddy Jr. He drove that ball right at Dave's feet with about a 6-inch reverse on it. Just enough to upset that swing of Dave Chapman.
17, serve 16.
I'm surprised on that last rally, Dave had hit the floor twice and didn't call for a towel. That's, I guess, the reason why, like you said. The Referee doesn't throw a towel out until they ask for it. That's a nice shot from Dave Chapman. And Dave was clearly winded after that rally. He could have stalled for an extra minute almost. You see him with his mouth open here, taking wide breaths.
16, serve 17.
16 to 17, first game going to 21. Well, that's a different serve now. I don't know if Dave wants to flirt with that. Nadi just went for it.
That's a bait serve.
Well, he baited him into it,
17, serve 17.
and he's going right back to it again. That time he hit it harder. Do you see that?
Replay. Replay.
Can Dave appeal that?
No.
I tend to agree with Dave here.
I couldn't tell. Looked like Nadi might have jumped in front of him just at that last second.
Now Nadi just got a cramp in his right hamstring. Either that or a severe itch. One of the two. 17 to 17. Wow. Nadi actually going for those.
You see Dave Chapman winning 2 easy points off that serve.
18, serve 17.
You know, Dave, when you haven't seen this serve all game, and here we are an hour and a half into the first game, and
wow, now it's 3 points. They're going to be a timeout here.
David Chapman serving. The score is 19, plays 17.
let's see if we can get a look at it here. This ball running away from Nadi.
3 short.
Now let's see.
You
Dave's
see
going to
Nadi making that adjustment. He wanted to take that ball with his right hand. I think that's smart.
Well, Dave did a little different there. He actually let that ball drop. Now that's a softer version of what he's been doing. You're right, Dave will use multiple serves.
And he'll use them at crucial points.
That's a setup. Watch what Nadi does here. Goes for the kill shot, hits it dead center. Nice shot from Nadi Alvarado. That was a miss hit from Dave Chapman going to the ceiling.
You see Nadi Alvarado Jr. really coming over that back wall shot, put a big reverse on it. Dave Chapman might have had an opportunity to pick that ball up, but that ball darted away from him to his right.
17, serve 19.
17 to 19. That's a nice serve from Nadi, picked up from Dave Chapman. That ball slide that back wall. What was Nadi wanting?
Laid out.
That's just frustration. You know you've had that point under control, and to lose a point when that ball runs down the left side wall.
19, serve 17.
19 to 17. You're right, Nadi can't kill from up there. That ball skipped in. I agree with that call. I'm going to agree, so if you disagree, it's not going to matter.
I did disagree. Dave Chapman
17, serve 19.
didn't, though.
That's a nice shot from Nadi.
Beautiful.
Ball just popped out just a little bit over there. Surprised Nadi could have actually got a hand on that off the back wall.
Looks like Nadi's gone a little bit flat here.
19, serve 17.
19 to 17. That's going to be long.
Long serve.
See, now that time Danny called it long. The other time he called it short.
Second serve.
That ball hits right in the corner. What a terrible time for that to happen. 20 serve 17 now, 1 point away from taking the first game.
Nadi a little flat-footed there. Could have
20,
still made an
possible
adjustment
game
and
point, serve 17.
returned that ball.
Oh, wow. Dave going for that kill shot, giving Nadi another chance.
That was the backbreaker right there. Dave Chapman about an inch short.
17, serves 20.
17 serves 20. Ball just over the short line. That's that shot that Nadi takes down on one knee. Goes for the left-handed kill shot, jumping over Dave Chapman and scoring the point. 18-20 now. Check in that door. 18-20. Nadi's going to go back to this hard Z. Sometimes he sneaks it behind him, but he won't do it here. Oh, he does. He actually did sneak it behind him. Oh. Look at that shot from Nadi. An underhand left dump. Re-kill.
Nadi's very pleased with that. That ball can go anywhere when you scoop that ball up right at your feet. He's able to guide that ball to the bottom board. Actually a flat rollout.
19-20 now. He needs to get one of those good serves.
That's not one of them.
Dave's going to use a, I thought he was going to use that right-handed fist.
Would have expected Dave to hit that right fist back down the right as well from there. Chose that one wall natural hop pass that he prefers.
19-20, giving Nadi another chance. He hasn't hit a crack yet. Look at that dive re-kill. Don't do anything yet. Are you concurring with me that you thought it was short?
20, serves 19.
I do believe it was short. Would have given it the thumbs down. There's a big mistake.
Dave Chapman would have been a little upset, I believe.
Nadi goes down to one knee.
Look at that shot from Dave Chapman, keeping that ball to the left wall. This is going to come off the back wall for Dave. Dave needs to go back to the ceiling, reset the action here. Nadi goes for it, and he gets it.
You talk about Dave Chapman trying to reset the action. He thought he was doing just that. He pinned Nadi into that left corner about 38 feet. Nadi went for his shot, trailing 19-20. Actually, 2019, he trailed game point there.
The crowd is enjoying the action from these players right here. Since Dave Chapman's comeback, we have seen a 21-20 game between the two. At the U.S. Open, it was somewhat similar to this.
ALVARADO serving. The score is 19, serves
19-20.
20.
Nadi still hasn't hit a crack serve yet. You know he's going to go for it right here. The ball reverses out. It's going to come off the back wall. Nadi's going to go for it, and he gets it. It's now 20-20.
We remember Dave Vincent. Dave Chapman had a shot to win this game at 20-17, came up about a half an inch short, now finds himself facing game point against them.
Game point, serves 20.
20 serves 20. Here it is, the serve. That's a fat setup for Dave Chapman. Oh, and he goes for that shot. Nadi gets it, and so does Dave Chapman. Dave goes for it again, and it's a replay. That's a nice rally right there.
Incredible gets there in that front court.
Here it is.
20, serves 20.
Nadi trying to find the right time to get that crack serve.
Short.
Barely gets it onto the front wall. Now he's going to go to that three wall.
We'll see if Dave Chapman tries to take this ball out of the air.
Well, last time Nadi hit the ball behind him, so Dave's going to have to think about that. There it is. He hit it behind, got the crack, and Dave barely got the ball back. That was a fist from Dave. Which
it's
is
a judgment call.
20, serves 20.
20 serves 20. Nadi went for that behind the back ace serve. That's a tough one to call there.
Let's replay.
Oh, wow.
Very questionable.
Wow.
That's Nadi's favorite shot right there. We've talked about that, Dave. That open stance right-hand kill.
And the ball wasn't low that time. ALVARADO serving, 20, serves 20.
Handle still needs to be put down. It's a short ball.
The intensity is really ratcheted up here.
See if he goes behind himself. And he does, and look at that serve right there. Nadi Alvarado gets that slider serve, wins the first game, 21-20. Some remarkable handball played here in Anchorage, Alaska.